Dear students, my name is Dr. Amir Fawaz Zahoor, and in this video we will talk about 1,5 related molecules or 1,5 difunctionalized molecules. Previously we have studied that 1,5 difunctionalized molecules can be prepared via Michael addition or conjugate addition, and today we will discuss with some more examples. If we take a general alpha beta unsaturated molecule, for example this one, there are two possibilities via those it can react. This is alpha, beta. It can be attacked by nucleophile directly on carbonyl carbon. If this happens, this is 1,2 addition or direct addition. Another possibility is that it is attacked on beta carbon, which is called 1,4 addition, or conjugate addition. Now we have to see which are the factors which control the formation of 1,4 addition and can avoid the formation of 1,2 addition products. For example, we can have different substituents on alpha beta carbon. For example, this aldehyde, then ketone, for example, this is aldehyde, ketone. Then we have carboxamide, and another example is ester. So if we see, this aldehyde is unhindered. There is no steric hindrance on carbonyl group because hydrogen is a small group. Therefore, nucleophiles can easily attack on carbonyl carbon. As a result, direct addition can take place, which means that this is more electrophilic in comparison to others. And in this case, ketone is slightly hindered, and this is on the borderline. It can give 1,2 addition as well or 1,4 addition as well. However, in case of ester and amide, these are less reactive electrophiles. If the electrophile is less reactive, chances of conjugate addition are increased, and if the electrophile is highly reactive, chances of direct addition are increased. So in case of amide and esters, we dominantly obtain conjugate addition products. Whereas in case of ketone, mixed results are obtained. In case of aldehyde, 1,2 addition is dominant. However, in these two cases, if we carefully choose the nucleophile, we can control the formation of the product, and as a result 1,4 addition can occur. We should know that conjugate addition is thermodynamically controlled, whereas direct addition, it is kinetically controlled. I hope that you already know what is the difference between the two. Kinetically controlled means the product which forms faster, and the other product which forms over time. Now there are two components, enolate plus Michael acceptor. For a Michael reaction, we need enolate and Michael acceptor, and to increase the chances of conjugate addition, enolate can promote the conjugate addition via making aldol reaction reversible, and enolate should be stable. A stable enolate can make the aldol reaction reversible, and as a result conjugate addition can be promoted. This is aldol here, whereas here is conjugate. And second is, it forms stable enolate forms softer nucleophile. So by this, enolate can increase the chances of conjugate addition. And for Michael acceptor, it can also promote the conjugate addition via making aldol reaction reversible, and secondly by making carbonyl less reactive. As we have discussed earlier, if carbonyl is very reactive, then in this case we have chances of direct addition, and also if the enolate is not stable, it means it is more reactive, then chances of direct addition are also increased. So these are the factors by which we can control the formation of the products of conjugate addition. In this case, we have to consider the role of metal cations as well. For example, we have sodium positive, lithium positive, potassium positive, and in this case generally sodium and potassium enolates are more dissociated and they are more likely to revert. Therefore, in thermodynamically controlled conjugate addition, the both of them give better results, whereas lithium is not an ideal candidate because it bonds strongly to the carbonyl oxygen, and as a result it makes it difficult for the reverse reaction. Now we see some examples. First example is this is the target molecule, and if we are asked to disconnect this molecule, then we can do it. 1 2 3 4 5. So we disconnect from here, and we get negative here, and this is 1,5-dico, and here we will get positive. Now if we see which type of synthone is this is D2 type. As we told earlier, enolates are D2 type synthones, and this is 1 2 3 positively charged A3 type acceptor synthone. So reagent for this, and for this we have this. This is beta diester, and its name is diethyl malonate, and this is a stable enolate and it's perfect for conjugate addition. Now synthesis. the first step we would add base again to form the enolate or to generate the enolate, and in the second step we can add the electrophile, and as a result of Michael addition we would get the target molecule. I hope this is clear. Now we see next example. This is another target molecule, and here I would like to ask you to stop the video and try it by yourself, and we can also do it. We can disconnect from here because we can identify this functionality. This is beta diester diethyl malonate, and whenever this type of functionality is present we can easily disconnect. So again, we will get this negative and positive there, and for this we have again diethyl malonate, and for this we have alpha beta unsaturated molecule, and this one is diethyl fumarate because it is derivative of fumaric acid. Trans, whereas cis is malic acid. So this arises from trans acid, so this is diethyl fumarate. Here if we add the polarities, latent polarities, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, so we get negative here and positive here. Now senses, diethyl malonate will be treated with suitable base to get the enolate, for example this one, and then we can add the electrophile diethyl fumarate, and as a result of conjugate addition we would get the desired molecule. Now we see another example. So far we have seen the examples which were base catalyzed, and we should know that acid can also promote this reaction very efficiently. For example, we can see an example of acid catalyzed Michael addition. If this is made to react with methyl vinyl ketone, the reaction takes place in acidic condition, acetic acid in water for example, and as a result we get the desired molecule. Now we see the mechanism. We know that under acidic conditions it would be protonated, and here it can tautomerize into this form, and on the other hand, this ketone, because it is also in acidic medium, it can also get proton so this will react with this. This shifts here and this bond attacks here, and this shifts here, and this shifts here. As a result, this proton is removed. We get this, and this can also convert into corresponding ketone because it's tautomerization. So this is the product. Now with this example, we know that the Michael reaction can be carried out using acidic conditions.